Do you ever find it hard to part with items because of the time or money you invested in them? If yes, then keep watching, as we're going to explore different ways that you could make money from your clutter. You are not alone in this. Many people are loss averse and suffer from something called the sunk cost fallacy, which makes it incredibly difficult to part with items even if they no longer add value to your life. Loss aversion is a cognitive bias that refers to the tendency for people to strongly prefer avoiding losses over acquiring gains. The sunk cost fallacy is a tendency for people to continue investing in a decision or action because they've already invested so much time or money, even if it no longer makes any sense to do so. These concepts can be related to clutter and even hoarding, which may be driven by an excessive fear of loss, a sense of attachment to possessions, and a need to try to preserve the money originally invested. So let's look at 3 ways that you can turn your clutter into cash. Hey everyone, this is Nikki from the Top 3. Thanks for tuning in today. So first on the list for making money from decluttering is online marketplaces. You can sell items that you no longer need on online marketplaces, and you'll be surprised at what you can sell and what people will buy. Some of the most popular are eBay, an online auction and shopping site, Facebook Marketplace, where you can sell used items easily, locally and further afield, and Amazon. We all know that as the world's largest online retailer. Here are some tips for selling online. Research the platforms to find out which ones are most suitable for your items. Look at similar items to get an idea on the market price and then price yours accordingly. Get good photos of your item from multiple angles, be honest about wear and tear, and give as much additional detail as you can. If you don't want to do it yourself, you can even employ an eBay reseller. I've put a link to this guy, Amuah, down in the description in case you want to know a bit more about eBay resellers. Other general marketplaces include Sphock, Preloved and Gumtree. And then there are more niche marketplaces like Vinted for clothes and Ziffit and music magpie, known as Decluttr in the States, for books, CDs, DVDs and games. I'll leave links to these marketplaces in the description. At number 2, we have offline or real-world marketplaces. You may feel that some items are more suitable to sell at a yard or garage sale in the US or a car boot sale in the UK. These can be quite time-intensive, but a lot of fun if you enjoy that sort of thing. School fairs and community tabletop sales are also good outlets to sell your no longer needed items. You will often find that you need to pay a small fee to host a table, but this usually goes to a good fundraising cause. Alternative outlets could be a clothes by the kilo service. They will often pick up as well, but the rates will be lower. And then finally, there are vintage stores. I have to say that having the clothes I wore in my teens now classed as vintage bothers me a lot. Apparently, a garment only has to be 20 years old to be classed as vintage. Anybody else feeling old? And at number 3, upcycling. Upcycling your clutter can be a good way to earn some extra cash. Upcycling is a process of taking something that is no longer useful or wanted and repurposing it into something of greater value or usefulness. For example, you could take an old piece of furniture, sand and refinish it to give it a new look. If you have the time and the inclination, this can actually become a lucrative hobby or side hustle. So if you have a creative flair, this can be a great way to earn some extra cash by turning your clutter into something that people are willing to buy, and it also helps to reduce waste and promote sustainability, which is great for the planet. You can also sell your upcycle creations online, through platforms like Etsy or at local markets or craft fairs. Making money from decluttering will largely depend on the items you have, the condition they're in, and the market demand. But with such a variety of selling options, I'm sure you will find the right method for your items. So let's do a quick recap at the 20 selling options that we've identified to turn your clutter into cash. So we have eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, Sphock, Vinted, Gumtree, Ziffit, Music Magpie, Decluttr in the States, garage sales, yard sales, car boot sales, tabletop sales, school fairs, clothes by the kilo, vintage stores, upcycle, Etsy and craft fairs. And that's it for today. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have found value in this content, then please consider clicking the like button, sharing with someone else who would enjoy this video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel for more interesting top threes in the future. Oh, just one last thing that I wanted to share with you. The other day, my friend told me that she was going to sell a child on eBay. I said, "Are you crazy? You made him. Surely Etsy is more appropriate." Thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone.